That's what's
There it is. Everybody's first time hearing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. We live stream our sessions Friday evening. You can keep up with our adventures on YouTube, as well as catch weekly recaps on RogueWatson.com. I'm Chris, your Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by our awesome players. Eric playing Kazan, the half-elf warlock paladin. Hello, Eric, and happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Heather playing Bryces, the tiefling sorcerer. Hello, Heather.
Hello. You should ask him how old our daughter thought he was.
How old?
How old?
The first guess, it was really high.
Too high.
She said 81.
81. Yep.
We're not that far off, right?
Yeah. Halfway there.
Yeah.
Almost.
I literally keep forgetting that I'm not in my 20s anymore. Like, I'm always like, oh, I'm 28, right? Nope.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
We're all 28. Heather playing Bryces, the tiefling sorcerer. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Christopher.
Reese playing Tim, the Warforged cleric fighter. Hello, Reese.
Hello.
Rochelle playing Corinne, the blue dragonborn sorcerer. Hello, Heather. Rochelle.
Wow. Oh my God, Christopher.
That's on brand.
Yep.
Speaking of not knowing anyone's name. Hi.
Yeah.
There's a
Hello.
teleprompter. I
There and Raymond playing Alfred, the halfling ranger. Hello, Raymond.
Substitute teachers.
Someone's
Yeah.
going to lose their job over this.
Yeah. We use Roll20.net for a tabletop campaign and video chat, and I'm recording it
Do we?
all using open broadcaster software. I think we do. I'm not sure anymore. I'm unsure of everything.
Wait, who are you?
I think Chris needs a break from D&D.
I've lost
Get
all
his
sense.
campaigns wrapping up.
Soon.
Yeah.
It's like a
Previously.
2-week notice. He's just got one foot out the door at this point. I don't care.
Yeah. Answering all my emails with one-word answers. Previously on Storm King's Thunder. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Previously on Storm King's Thunder. With the party strapped to the bottom of Felgalos on a rigged boat like some sort of zeppelin, they flew through the air over the ocean. After 2 days of flight in close quarters filled with the party dealing with the digestive complications of such tight quarters, they finally sighted the whalebone.
God.
That was like the first 20 minutes, I think.
It was a long time.
Extraordinarily long.
I considered not having that in the recap, but I was like, they spent a long time
It was the
discussing
important
that.
part. Let's be honest.
That's what they did for
It needed to be
most of that
recapped.
trip.
How do we go to the bathroom?
Oh my God.
They knew that a large ship, the Morkoth, was constantly sailing around them, and they had reason to believe it held the Storm King himself. They opted to stay in the air and look for the ship. Felgalos and Tim soon spotted the ship in the distance, and as they approached, they were met by a volley of cannonballs. As the party debated how to approach, the
So can't get your potty
Yep.
talk out.
Yep. Felgalos heard one voice more enthusiastic over all the others. Tim calling for him to dive bomb the ship and wrecking ball right into it. And Felgalos complied. Tim would then take his own advice, cannonballing his own body through the nearest pirate as they made impact. And Tim, you could have a point of inspiration. Felgalos tucked his wings like a hawk and dived. Cannonballs zipped past them. As they got closer, one finally struck home, severing one of the straps that attached their makeshift boat to the dragon. The boat tilted dangerously, but they hung on. When they finally got close enough to act, all hell broke loose. Alfred shot a smoke arrow from an impressive distance, blanketing the cannons, and Corinne followed up with a cloud kill to begin choking the clustered pirates and Kraken Society cultists. Bryces took her broom and used Animate Object in the nearest ballista, taking out a nasty weapon and adding an ally in a single move. Kazan and Tim leapt onto the ship just before they slammed into the side. The dragon managed to pull up enough to save himself, but the little airship was destroyed as it crashed into the side of the Morkoth. They engaged the various pirates and Kraken scions on the deck of the ship, the sorcerers flinging lightning and fire, turning most of the crew into fried corpses. The half-orc captain finally turned his attention to them, yelling for reinforcements from below deck as he brandished his poisoned blades. At the same time, the water around the ship the water roiled around the ship, spewing out a half dozen marrow with harpoons. They managed to hook Halfred, but his flying boots, followed by a bola arrow, prevented him from going underwater. While Kazan engaged the captain, his mirror image dupes helped deflect a large number of harpoon attacks, right until they didn't. Kazan was dragged overboard, slamming into the water. He called for Felglos to help, who dove to grab him. Kazan grabbed one of the severed straps, still hanging from the dragon, and was airlifted back to the ship. As he landed back, he got his revenge as he skewered a marrow climbing over the side after him. Kazan, you may have a point of inspiration for that whole sequence.
Being saved by dragon.
The enemies on the deck were defeated. They hadn't taken too many hits, but had blown through a number of their spells, and they knew the ship still held more foes below.
I can just set this bitch on fire and we can call it a day.
All right, we need.
You are here to
Yeah,
save
but-
someone. Destruction of the ship is a good idea.
Also, we need the ship now to get home. So are we still in combat?
You are not.
Okay.
The ship deck is silent. The marrow bodies have sunk under the waves. And the deck holds only dead pirates now.
And my moving around ballista.
And your ballista, yep. That is moving around. And a giant cloud kill that is slowly moving across the deck of the ship, away from you.
Do any of the cultists have anything on them?
Sure, yeah. You go through the cultist body, or the bodies of pretty much everybody on the ship. And you find a total of 35 gold between them.
Really?
Really? You guys have gotten spoiled. Regular loot just doesn't do it for you anymore.
These aren't giant royalty.
Oh, that's 7 apiece, because
Mhm.
we all know Puglos doesn't need any.
He does not need gold. At least not right now. He's currently circling well overhead.
I'm gonna tell him to land because he's been flying for
Okay.
2 days straight. I'm like, dude, you need to come down here and chill.
He lands on like the north or the eastern end of the ship, kind of on the prow. As he lands, Corinne, you're the only one in range, but as he lands, you do feel that sort of nauseous aura overtake you again, and you are standing in the bad luck aura. And you immediately move out of it. Fogalos lands on the prow and turns to you all. Good work, guys! We got them all, right?
I heard that captain yelling to some wizard about needing help, so I think there might be more below.
Tell you what, we'll go down and scare them out, and you can eat whoever comes up if it's not us.
He says, that sounds like a plan. Those stairs there aren't going to fit a dragon. I'm not much used to you in my other form.
Yeah.
And you've been flying for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
I could use a breather.
Have a snack. Here's some bodies.
So many bodies.
Can I see anything down there from up here? Is this right into the...
Oh, that, yeah, right there is like great. You look down and it's too dark to actually make anything out in there. And there's also the crosshatch.
Dark vision?
That
Can
might
I
help,
see
but the crosshatch of the thing is also sort of blocking your vision a bit. You can see down. What you can see as you look down is you can see another hole with another crosshatch sort of rope netting. So you suspect that there are actually 2 levels down.
Oh. Okay.
And you can't.
It's a dungeon.
You can't see past that that first level down.
Okay.
At that point, all you can really focus on is just the next level of netting and another hole. It does look like these holes are fairly large, maybe to be used for like loading and unloading cargo out of the ship. The netting can be removed.
Okay. I am going to Mask of Many Faces myself into one of these pirates.
Probably the captain. Might not be a bad idea.
You think? I think just a regular pirate would be.
Well, he did call for a sorcerer, dude.
Yeah, so maybe the regular pirate would come down here to fetch him rather than the captain himself coming down.
Can I instruct my ballista to just bounce up and down on these nets till it breaks through?
I mean, you can. You could probably remove the nets on your own, too.
It's funnier watching him do it.
Stairs going down?
Yes. And they go down that way. From west to east, yeah. Okay, are you picking a particular pirate that you see?
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to literally look at one of the pirates who's like the least injured looking so I can model myself to look like him.
Okay.
But not a cultist and not the captain, just a pirate.
All right.
And then I will tell everyone we need to... I could just run down there and try to get them to... and get some people to run up. Try to...
You're gonna try to do that?
Just
All right.
tell them, like, we need help upstairs, there's crazy shit going on.
Okay, I believe you changed screens, correct?
Yes.
Not everybody else? Okay. All right. Make sure this
Obviously,
is...
I put my weapon away and everything.
Okay.
Or, I don't know how... if it transforms a weapon, or how does that work? Make myself, including clothes, armor, weapons, and other belongings of a person. Okay, so just all melt anyway. So my pike just probably turns into the guy's cutlass or something. Save
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. You turn into a pirate and you begin to descend the stairs. As you descend the stairs, you do see what looks like just an undersection of the ship. You see even more cannon sort of lined up in holes around the edges of this level.
I'm gonna come down with like some purpose, like I'm hurrying, kind of chomping down. I'm not trying to stealth at all, and I'm gonna be like, in my best like pirate voice, like, "Come on, you bastards!
Okay.
You're here, we're under attack."
As you come down, like, keep going. You go about one farther in.
Yeah.
As that, and Kazan, you look around the edges of where you just stepped out, and you see just pirates, just crossbows and daggers and scimitars. They are waiting right around the corner of these stairs for anyone to come down. And one of them says, "Gris, what's going on?"
Point those things at me! They came from the sky, a bloody dragon!
He says, "Aye! Thulch told us to ambush any who came down."
They're killing us up there!
He says, "We got orders from Thulch. Everyone up there's up there. We're holding up down here waiting for him to come down."
Everyone will be dead.
I
Bloody
think
hell.
that was Thulch's idea. Sort of soften him up. Get down here with us.
I'm gonna nod. Am I still within 30 feet now? Because these stairs are only like 10 feet here.
Yeah, the stairs are only about 10-15 feet. So yeah, anyone
right,
who's right above you is in range.
Yep, I will send a message saying there are about 6 pirates, 3 on either side, with crossbows aimed right on as a pincer attack into these stairs. So maybe...
Can we see straight down the stairs to where he's at?
To where Kazan's currently at? Yes.
Yeah.
You cannot see any other people right now.
We can talk back, right? With your awakened mind?
You can't talk back telepathically. You could say something aloud.
I can. I have
Oh.
message.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You might want to tell him to duck.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I tell Kazan to duck in a very worried kind of tone.
Kazan's eyes get real wide.
How far away is he again?
Kazan's about 15 feet away from you, down those stairs.
Okay, I'll just like lay flat and just kind of give like a little type of a motion, and I'm gonna throw a 3rd level fireball.
Hang
down
on,
there.
hang on.
Is that your solution to everything?
Yes.
Fireballs.
Has it ever backfired?
I mean, has it ever backfired, Corinne? You tell me.
Alfred.
Alfred.
Hang on.
I think I've successfully set all of you on fire at this point. So.
Christ.
I can imagine though, actually, like the message coming from Kazan is there's like 6 of them. Bryce's do not throw a fireball.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
Don't
oh.
open the- Don't fire the missiles. Fire the missiles. All right. Upon hearing that, Kazan will say, "All right, one of you give me a crossbow. I'll join you." And I'm gonna shuffle over to the corner quickly around the corner.
Okay.
I wanna
Sure.
shuffle
All right.
through.
Yeah. One of them kind of ushers you over and hands you a little light crossbow.
All right. I'm gonna try to get in position while also like getting back behind, like squaring myself up like behind a cannon. And well, now I can't. I don't think I can talk. Well, does my awakened mind work through the ship?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh no, it says I have to see them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't see them anymore.
So no, I don't know.
As you back away, Kazan, you see a few more figures farther back into the boat. Two cloaked cultists and one of those fish-men-looking deep scions standing near the back. They seem to be just waiting for whatever happens next.
Okay.
All right. Bryces, you throwing a fireball?
I was going to, and then Kazan got mad.
Well, Kazan also
I
backed
get
away.
mad. I got the hell out of there.
Then yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna cast haste on myself. Like, I might need it.
Ah, whoops! I hit the wrong button. Ah, what'd I do? Crap. Okay, hang on.
I'm looking up the quarters cover.
Is anyone else worried that she's casting fireball on a wooden ship?
I'm always worried when she's casting.
I mean,
It'll be fine.
We have a dragon still, right?
Yeah. There's
We lost our
water
airship.
around us. And there's a whole nother level down. We'll be fine. Oh, it's a little one. Little one. It's not my 6th level fireball. Saving that for later.
Wait, I thought you used your.
I have not used my 6th level
you
spell
haven't?
yet.
Okay.
No.
let's see.
See? It's a little one. I whiffed that real bad.
Yeah, jeez.
Wow.
3 ones.
I think that's the first time I've ever had like critical fails in like many of them in one of
In
these.
3, yeah. All right, Bryces, you throw a fireball.
Just a little one, just like a
down.
really concentrated one.
I mean, there's no
Right
little.
in the middle of the 6 of them.
There's no.
That's-
Well, you can't see them. You have no idea where they are. You can throw a fireball straight down the stairs, and just hope you get as many as you get.
Well, I was like where Kazan
got him.
was.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You got him.
All right, you throw a fireball straight down the stairs where Kazan was standing, a moment ago before he heard the
Yep.
warning.
Kazan mutters under his breath.
And you are going to catch 5 of the 6 inside that fireball.
Damn tiefling.
Ah!
All right, let's go through them as they are caught up in the fire. Bryce, as you cast this fireball, there is just enough room for the fireball not to hit any of you before it hits the wall, where you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Mhm.
Like the fire of the fireball comes right up to the top of the stairs, and that's as far as it makes it.
Just stick my fingers out and go, ee.
Yeah. Bryce, will you roll your d10 for me? Trying to remember now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 of them. Let's go down the line. Why they don't have advantage? Why do they have advantage?
Yeah, no advantage for you.
Okay. What did that one roll first? He rolled a 19 first. All right. So 10 damage for him.
Wow.
10 damage for him.
+2, what the hell? Alright.
10 damage for him.
These guys, they're doing fucking jumping jacks down here.
20 damage for him.
Wow.
And 10 damage. Wow. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was massive damage on that last one. So he will roll his.
Leave it at 10. It's massive damage.
Oh no, the one who took 20.
Oh yeah.
Kazan Butters, why couldn't that be the one that fried me?
Yep.
The small fireball.
And half of 20 is 10 anyway, so we're good. Okay. At that point, you guys are pretty much starting combat. The pirate.
Failed a con thing, right? That's a 15.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right. What is a 4? Four stunned. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty.
Just gonna yell down. Did I get him?
Alright, and that will actually start combat proper. The pirates were waiting for you, and then you launched a fireball at them as they were waiting. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Yeah, there's some more shit back here. More of the scions and cultists.
All right. Alfred, you're up first.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Crisis?
You said there were bad guys down there.
Oh, are
Not my
there?
fault.
5, 10. Magic boots, 15.
All right.
Down real quick.
Yeah, you're going down. Hold on, 2 different maps that I'm moving between. It's slightly awkward. All right, Alfred, you should be on the correct map. If you just scroll to the right,
I don't see anything.
you see the back end of a ship, the underside of a ship, or the front end, actually.
Hello.
Alfred, when you step
Hey.
there,
I just look like another pirate with a crossbow.
yes, yeah. 2 of the pirates are going to take prepared actions against you as they were waiting.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
after they
Kazan
got a
Butters.
fireball.
Even after they still had their reactions. They're still in waiting somehow after being fireballed. When you ready an action, if you have multi-attack, do you take the multi-attack? I've never actually had this come up before.
I think you ready the attack action.
The attack action.
Multi-attack probably lets you.
Alright, one pirate is going to make 3 scimitar attacks, the other one's going to make 2 thrown dagger attacks.
Whoa.
Alfred, all against you.
Bring it.
All right, here are the sword attacks. Last one hits.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Did we ever rest on our flight?
I mean, you long rested before the flight.
On our flight, we did, yeah. But
During the flight. So I should have long rested.
Mm-hmm.
you might have taken damage and used spells during the battle last
Yeah,
time.
during the last
Oh,
battle.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I take 6 damage.
Yep.
58.
And
Alright.
then the pirate behind
We had a
him.
full battle on
Yeah.
that ship.
And then the pirate behind him is going to throw daggers at you. Boy.
Hold on.
Okay.
Scrolling. Any
Ah, you have adamantine armor. All right, that'll save you 1 damage.
Yay.
Right.
So 11 damage.
11 damage, yes. All right.
Class is 13.
No, it's weird. It's 15.
Oh, that's just what
The description of the armor itself, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well then, since I'm melee, let's use this short blade bow against the guy right next to me.
Okay. Uh, 13 will hit.
Wow.
It's 15 damage.
15. Yep.
Halfred, you put an arrow right between the dude's eyes, the one that just slashed you with his sword. And you put him down.
Who's the other one that hit me? The one down here?
No, this one right here. The one between you and Kazan.
Alright. Well, he's still within shooting range, so...
Yeah, you see a pirate. You don't see Kazan. Maybe you should shoot Kazan. You don't know he's a...
It's true.
I don't see most of y'all's thing on the turn order.
So we're on a different map.
That's because they did that on a different map. I don't know how to fix that at this point, but...
Gotcha. I forgot that was a thing.
Okay. 13 for 8.
Which means, weirdly, a lot of you that were on the first map aren't going to see the enemy's turn orders.
Mm-hmm.
Because they rolled when you were off. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
Okay.
Yeah. 13 for 8. All right, you shoot. I assume you're shooting the one who threw daggers at you.
Yeah.
Okay. You do 8 damage to him. Put an arrow into him. No, he didn't die. He actually had some health.
That's all I can do.
All right.
Can't even move anymore.
Tim, you're up.
Alrighty. Okay.
Okay. I'm just very slowly moving you all to the new map.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tim, you just be able to scroll to the right, see yourself.
Yeah.
Tim, you come around the corner, and one of the pirates that was hiding back there throws 2 daggers at you.
Oh no! I hope it's blunt daggers.
The bluntest.
That works too.
They're butter knives.
Alright. Do this. I'll attack the first one.
The south
Made-
one? The
Yeah, sorry, the bottom one.
bottom one, okay.
May the light of Lathander.
Oh!
Sorry, wait.
The first roll is a 20.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
The first roll is a 20.
Alright.
May the light of Lathander.
Wait. Oh, wait, yes.
Alright. You do 10 damage to that gentleman. How do you kill him with your Dawn Strike, Tim?
Alliteration.
Yeah.
I just stab it.
Just
through
stab
the
him?
middle,
Okay.
and the light
Just
shines through.
it shines through, yep.
He's now your flashlight.
Yeah. I'll heal. Wait, Halford's taking damage. Oh no.
How weird.
How bad is this fight gone?
I did get harpooned and dragged over the side of the water at one point.
I'll heal him for 5.
I
Okay.
think Halford got harpooned also, but he can fly away.
For my extra action. So I can do a bonus right now, correct? Before I do this.
Yeah, I don't think the actual order matters.
Okay. Oh wait, we're level 11. Nope, that's in this class though. Never mind. I'll do Shield Master as a bonus, and try to knock that dude to the ground and prone him.
Okay. Athletics. Let's see if...
Oof.
All right. You approach and just knock him flat on his ass.
All right. Now I'll try to cut his head off.
25 for 8 does hit. Is there a thing about prone? No, that's not crit. Auto crits. That's like paralyzed, I think.
Oh right. Yeah, I don't think it's auto crit.
Yeah. All right. So you do 8 damage. That does hit. Yeah, he is still alive on his ass, but you take a good chunk out of him with your Dawn Strike.
All right, I'll heal Halford for 4.
4. All right.
Then I'll do action surge.
Oh boy.
So I can do a regular action or bonus action at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah, one or the other, yeah.
All right, I'll finish chopping his head off.
Okay.
Saw away.
That will do it. 5 more damage into the gentleman prone on the ground, and you chop his head off. Tim comes down the stairs, wielding Dawn Strike like a fucking machine, just up and down. Chink, chink, chink. And cuts.
Now heal Kazan for a gentleman's 2.
All right. Kazan, to your question earlier, we could hear you. I think I can hear you now.
I never whispered you before, I think.
Oh, that's a whisper. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it says from Kazan. Yeah. The pirate's name was Rule, and the wizard he called out for was named Thultz. And you remember that Thultz Daggerdark was the name on those papers that Bryce has pulled out of the ship as the Kraken agent that was running this particular operation.
Okay.
Bryces, it's your turn.
Down I go.
Down you go.
Can I bring my ballista with me?
I don't know if your ballista will fit.
Alright, he's gonna then jump on those coronets.
Okay, you're just gonna have him just jump on those ropes until he breaks them? I mean,
Yep.
that's a totally valid, yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
Yep.
As I go down the stairs, look, Douglas Entertainment.
Cool. All right, Bryces, you just be able to scroll to the right.
Okay. 15. Oh, jeez.
Bryces, as you come around that corner, 2 pirates with daggers ready begin throwing them at you in succession. You're going to take 4 dagger attacks. That one hits for
Ow.
4. That one hits for 8. That one hits for 4.
She cast shield.
Oh, she did.
I have shield on,
Okay.
so the only one that's hit me so far is a 24.
All right. So you take 8 damage total.
They used their shield because they all fucking rolled well.
They all rolled well. Yep. All right, 8 damage from a barrage of dagger throws. I lied to you earlier, Kaz. None of them have light crossbows. I misread the character sheet.
Apparently.
It's just daggers.
They all had daggers.
Yep.
They're all awkwardly like, ah!
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to throw them.
And it was a cooler visual that was like this, with the guns cocked.
Which
it
is
wasn't
what,
like, ah!
which is what I was imagining before I opened the
Yeah.
character sheet, and I was like,
It's hard to
oh.
look cool standing with like throwing daggers ready, like aha.
Yeah.
I guess he'd be like more like the guy from what is it?
Like them on their chest.
Yeah, Danny Trejo's character.
Yeah.
Where he, throws it out.
So as I remove the one dagger from like my arm, I look at it and go.
You say what?
I look at them and just go, my turn.
Okay. You, Bryce, you do see 3 live pirates to your south. One of them looks fairly stunned at the moment, dazed.
I can't remember. Have I used my Tides of Chaos? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did, but whatever.
I mean, every time you use it, he makes you roll, so you pretty much get it back, I think.
Yeah, we roll the d10 on using it.
How about a 24?
To which one?
We'll do the front one.
Okay. What kind of damage you doing?
What are my options here? 8, 2, 1, and 5. Let's do thunder.
All right. That bolt of thunder plows into his chest and gibs the man. Just a thunderous explosion from inside his chest, and there are pieces of him everywhere. He is very, very dead. All right. Next up. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kazan, you see 2 robed cultist figures approach you. And as they approach, they begin speaking to each other, and they said, "You are Gris, are you not?"
Yes. They're coming down the stairs. Get the wizard.
Kazan, they look at you very suspiciously. I'm gonna need you roll the actual spell again. How they do this? I believe it's a investigation.
A creature can use its action to inspect my appearance and must succeed on an intelligence check against my spell save DC, which is a 15.
Okay. The cultist closest to you is going to look at you, Kazan, and say, "You don't sound much like Gris, but you look just like him."
Still owe me $20 from last week's poker game.
I've got a bit of a cold.
Meanwhile, the lower cultist.
I used up that guy's turn.
Sure did. The lower cultist is going to put his hands together and point to himself and the 2 pirates to the south and bless them all. The bless symbol. All right, that is his action. Next up is Kazan. That Kraken cultist is still up in your face, investigating you.
The whole time he's just looking at me strange. Like, what? These guys look like the same cultists from up top.
They look very similar, yeah. They're dressed
Generally.
similar, yeah.
Alright. Give me a 30-foot cone, please.
A fear cone?
Yeah.
I think I've got
Just wanna
a...
see if I can actually catch all 3 of these guys in it.
I thought I had a straight up fear cone.
Going with the skulls or
Yeah, there's one with skulls in it. There we go. Cone of Death. That's what it's called. All right. 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. I think that's a 30-foot cone. Yeah. Trying to hit. I'll give. All right. You can control it.
Okay. Yeah, can I nuke all 3 of these guys?
Does your...
I'll have to get one over, but...
I don't think there's a wall there, right? No, there's no wall there. Yeah, you'd have to move over to where the original point is, but yes, you could do that.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna get closer to that cultist face and be like, I'm not Chris. I'm your worst nightmare. And I'm gonna fear, which I've not done in forever.
All right. Throw a
wisdom saving throw.
A 15 or become frightened and run away. All right. First up, the one right next to you is going to succeed. He's like, I knew you weren't Chris.
Damn it.
You're just staring at each other. You guys are like nose to nose.
Yeah.
Next up is the Deep Scion, who rolled a 20. He should not have disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage for something else. Yeah, he rolled a straight up 20. So he also resists your fear. And then the final one, he could use his bless to add a d4, but it won't matter.
At least I got one of them. Jeez.
All right. That cultist is feared. And they must take the dash action. Is it on their turn, I
They
believe?
also drop whatever they're holding if you
Okay.
have a weapon or anything.
I hit a dagger in his hand, and he drops that. Okay. Next up are the pirates. 2 of them are dead. Bryces, you're still standing there, so one of them's going to approach you.
Can I hiss at him?
You sure can. He grins at you as you hiss at him, and he's missing like half his teeth. It's gross.
Yeah.
And he's going to make 3 melee attacks, 2 with his short sword and 1 with his dagger.
I still have my shield on.
You sure do. What's your AC with the shield?
21.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Yeah, D4 is not going to help any of those. Okay. The one in the back is going to throw 2 daggers at you. What the fuck?
Oh boy!
It's the hiss. It really scared them.
4
You resisted
ones.
all the saves really well, but this one was 4 ones.
4 ones in a row. Great. All right. That was the pirate's turn. Corinne, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. So I'm gonna go down there and join everybody.
All right.
Come join us.
Leap forth and save me, burly protector.
I can just drag the whole player's token over. All right.
All right.
You come down these stairs, Corinne, and you see Bryce is engaged with a pirate who's just wildly swinging a scimitar ineffectually.
Oh, hold on. I need to open up my lightning bracelet thing real quick. Okay. Has this guy been hurt yet? I because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah. He looks like he's taken a few blows, yes. Well, not blows. He's got scorch marks on him. From a fireball, perhaps.
And then, can I see what's up north of me? I can see something here.
You see the shoulder of Tim standing over there. But you can't see anything else beyond that.
Okay.
He has a very unique shoulder.
He does. It's wooden.
Well, it does, yeah. So okay, I guess I'll cast chromatic orb on the guy in front of me with lightning damage.
Okay. A 19 definitely hits and a 21 definitely kills.
All right.
You put a chromatic orb right through the gentleman and he goes down.
So then I'm gonna move down here because I'm hasted. Can I just move past?
You can.
Like,
yeah, you can move diagonally. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how many feet that is, but I have 30 feet of movement, so.
Actually, you have double if you're hasted.
Oh, right. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, yeah.
60. Yeah. Okay. So then there's like these guys over here, huh?
Yeah, you come around the corner and you see a pirate who was throwing daggers at Bryce a moment ago, and beyond him you see a cultist who has dropped his dagger and is shaking in fear currently.
What's my skullcracker range again? I don't have that written down.
I think a sling is like 30, 60, something like that. Let's see. I'll tell you. A sling range is 30, 120. So you can hit normally within 30 feet.
Let's see. Move a little bit closer then, and I'll aim my skullcracker at that guy.
Okay. 26 hits, 4 damage. I don't think the Constitution thing happens unless they're big, right?
Yeah, it's if they're
larger than you, yeah.
than me.
Okay. You hit him with your skullcracker. A rock just slaps him in the side of the head. Now he's even more terrified. All right. Kazan, you have revealed yourself to not be a pirate, in fact.
I suppose.
The Deep Scion hunches over almost onto all fours after you try to blast him with a fear blast, and he begins galloping towards you.
He gets in range. I will use my action to stab him.
Okay.
I think my shit's still channeled from the deck fight.
I think so. You guys pretty much just immediately went down. You guys didn't waste any time.
Yeah, try to keep those buffs on.
All right.
I will re-roll that damage.
Okay.
Well, max
That's
damage.
that's way better. All right, 14 damage.
Does that phantom out to the cultist?
Sure does. And 14 damage kills that cultist.
Yes!
Just you're not even looking at the cultist, but your phantom version of your pipe just goes through his neck. And
I just look at it like, no, I told you I'm. Oh, you're dead.
no, you're dead. All right. And the Deep Scion is going to leap at you with Fang and Claw. Make 3
One
attacks.
left on my mirror image.
Yeah. One with his bite and 2 with his claws. All right, he's gonna go for the bite first. Ineffectual. Claw. Ineffectual. Claw. Ineffectual. All right, he just.
Bro.
Yep. He just bites and claws at you to no avail.
Wow, 4, 6, 6.
Yep. What shitty roll? I'm rolling shitty on the attack rolls tonight. Well, I guess I take that back. On when they had
Just bring
the
up good ones.
on the surprise rounds or the surprise attacks.
Yeah.
All
Bryce said shieldage, but taking a shit.
that's yeah. All right, Halfred, back up to you.
I have quite a dilemma. Do I go up or down?
It's a dilemma.
Maybe let's go back up the stairs.
I'm going back upstairs, guys. See you later.
What's upstairs?
Can't decide which way to go.
I mean, you hear battle on both the north and south sides of these stairs.
Exactly. I guess I'll help the ladies. 5,
I'd rather hang out with the ladies.
Aren't we all down here?
15. Attack. Has this guy taken damage?
He is not.
Well, he will now.
7 hits.
27 for 7, but
Yep. Oh yeah, 27 hits.
another 27 for 10.
10 hits. Just put 2 arrows right into him as you run up.
And then he turns his bow around and bonus actions it.
Wow. All right, 10 damage. That also hits. The dude is barely standing now. You slash him across 2 arrows, slash him across the chest, and now he's just sort of staggering, standing there.
I spit on him.
that might do it, but spit is not an attack.
Free action.
It's not gonna do any damage. You can certainly spit at him.
You don't know that.
Acid spit. All right, Tim.
All right. What's that aura around you, Kazan?
That gives everybody +3 to their saving throws.
All right. Move here.
Nice.
All right, 10 damage does hit.
I'll heal Kazan 5.
Okay.
It has to be within 20 feet.
40 feet now.
Oh,
now,
40
now,
feet.
now that Don
Okay.
Guard and Dot Strike are both attuned, you have a 40-foot radius.
Yeah, that's why I could heal both of those guys last time. I'll do that.
I'm keeping track.
Good. Do it again.
Okay. 24 hits. 5 damage.
I don't have any more action surges, so.
Okay.
Oh. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's definitely still alive.
Alright, for a bonus action, I'm going to knock him to the ground.
Okay.
Alright. I rolled a
You
2.
rolled. All right, it's
3.
one. You rolled a 3. All right.
I rolled a 3.
You try to you're even behind the scion, but you try to put your shield into him, and you feel just muscle, just sinewed muscle, and he just looks back at you and hisses.
Oh, you worked out.
Yes. Bryces.
Okay. Let's see here. Step on that guy. 10, 15. That's just more netting. Alright. This guy's the one that got hit with the stone and is terrified, right?
Yes. The cultist over here.
We'll just hit him then. Hey, I got doubles too.
Yeah. Oh, you did, didn't you? 4-4. Yep. All right, you do 16 damage. That kills him outright.
It can bounce up to 30 feet.
So glad I feared that guy.
You never got to go again.
Which I'll have it bounce to the fish dude.
Okay.
He's exactly 30 feet. So I guess, do I roll it again?
You roll again, yeah. Whole new attack roll.
Shit, what level did I do that at?
It says S2.
That's
Okay.
Jesus Christ. All right. 25 hits. Any particular damage?
5, 8, and 2. What do I got here? Lightning, thunder, and cold. Let's do lightning.
Okay. That hits for 15 damage. Bryce, will you roll your D10 twice, please? Since that didn't
My
bounce.
fault, it bounced.
That counts.
Oh, shit.
All right. It's the first time in a while that's happened.
I can tell you exactly when the last time that happened. Automatic surges. Last one was session 56. That was 7 weeks ago.
All right.
That was when we were fighting the Weevil.
Yeah. Bryce, will you roll your D100 for me, please?
Apologize ahead of time. People I may or may not kill.
I'm not anywhere near you.
8.
An 8.
Her thing was she got to roll twice, right? And pick one?
That's so. What is your look at your magic item again? What does it do? I what is it even called?
We make this roll.
Diadem of
You may
Chaos.
choose to subtract up to 2 from that number rolled.
All right. So what an 8 would do is you cast Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered upon yourself.
Can we
That's like the
subtract
worst
2?
one.
If you subtract
It says
2,
up to 2 or exactly 2?
It says up to 2.
well, if
You
you
could
if
do this 7 or 6.
7 is the same. 7 is Fireball.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it'd have to be 6.
Okay.
6 is a Modron, chosen and controlled by the DM, appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you, then disappears 1 minute later. I don't have a Modron token,
What's wrong with
so
the Modron?
I don't even know what a fucking Modron looks like. It's the
Little robot.
It's a little robot.
Isn't that like a pill or something you have to take for a headache?
That's Motrin.
Let's see if Modron has a. No, it's not even in the SRD.
It's a little, like clockwork robot dude.
It
Like a
is.
square with, like, limbs. In the Order of Law or something.
Um,
Plane of Law.
let's see if I can find a Modron token real quick. A Modron. Yeah, that's what they look like.
Yep, there you go.
It's cute!
That's the other one. Like, there's different different ones for different shapes, right?
Mhm.
All right, I straight up do not have a Modron
Yeah.
token, so
There's more stronger one. That's the weak
yeah. So instead, have the token for the Bronze Scout from
Okay.
the Sculptor's Tower. Let's pretend that's a Modron. It doesn't say that he does anything though. He just appears.
It's up. It says controlled by the DM.
Yeah. I don't know what Modrons are like either. Like how they would
They're-
react.
Very much like robots.
Yeah. All right. Prices. The Modron turns to you and looks at you, and it says, "Requests."
Murder foes.
Which are foes.
I'm gonna point to the pirate. Ones that look like him.
Okay. All right. For now, that's all that happens. While I look up the Modron stats.
Monodrone. Does it say any Modron or specifically the Monodrone?
It just says Modron. It doesn't say which type.
So technically it could be any of them, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, go with the little one.
Yeah.
A Monodrone can perform one simple task at a time and can relay a single message up to 48 words.
Wow.
Modrons are almost always lawful and usually neutral.
Yep.
Lawfulness of Modrons often greatly exceeds all others.
So they look like they'd be out of the movie like Labyrinth or something.
Yeah, I'll bet. Okay.
It's a bit of a curveball.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I didn't like the last weird one like that was like a unicorn showed up, and I was like, I don't have a unicorn.
Yeah.
All right, so the Modron's not gonna do anything right now.
I really want to turn into a potted plant again.
Yeah. Next up,
What's funny is you've actually rolled an 8 before. On session 29, you rolled an 8.
Oh,
yourself.
wow.
I think I got a couple of y'all in that one too.
It says, I literally wrote it down. You got yourself and Corinne, but you made low damage and you both made the saving throws.
You all hear
extensive notes.
yeah, you all hear a voice come from the west end of the ship. Where you see two large doors that lead to some room. One of the doors opens, and you hear a voice from inside that says, "You have trespassed on a ship in service to Slarkrathel, the Great Old One. You will have your beating hearts torn from your chests and sacrificed to him by me, Thult's Daggerdark." And a gentleman...
Slackercell's a dude?
No, he's saying he serves Slarkrathel. And... what is it? Not Control Z, it's Shift Z. A bald man with tattoos all over his face, wearing very ostentatious red robes that puff up behind his head, steps from behind the door. Says, "Now you will know what it is like to face a foe truly gifted with power from Slarkrathel himself." And he begins waving his hands in circular motions. And as he
Why
does,
don't you summon Slackrathel here and we'll have a word with him.
As he's doing that, Kazan, he looks at you and he says, "It is already done."
Oh no, I need a nap.
Thult begins to wave his hands in circles, and as he does, you all feel the air around you get heavy and thick until it is not moving at all. And time appears to have stopped entirely.
What?
This
That's
wizard...
a trick.
He's
Well-
a 9th level spell? Oh, balls.
Range?
It's on himself. It's just on the universe. Time has stopped.
On the universe. The universe gets no saving throw.
Yep. He gets 1d4 plus 1 turns to just do whatever he wants, as long as it doesn't affect you guys.
Huh.
He has 3 turns.
Well, plus 1. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did plus 1. Yeah. That. All right. You all don't actually see this happen. What you all will end up seeing
Right, goes super
is
fast.
is like all of these effects bursting out of him all at once.
Can I whisper to the Modron? New target.
A globe of energy surrounds him. He is casting this at 7th level, which protects him from spells up to 6th level.
But not 6th level.
But, yeah, and 6th level. He casts it at a level higher to protect himself from 6th level spells.
How would he know to do that?
Maybe he knows you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Then
Let them-
that's one.
Would a dispel
Can-
magic get rid
yeah,
of
we
that
can
thing?
try. It's gonna be a bitch though. It's at 7th level. So I'm gonna get rid of it, I think.
This is 2,
Lord.
and he's not doing fire shield. He's doing cold shield. So thin and wispy, like icicles, wreathe his body in a 10-foot radius. Flames Gantry Chill Shield. So he has resistance to fire damage.
That's good, so do I.
Whenever a creature within 5 feet of him lands or attempts a melee attack, the shield erupts with cold, and you take 2d8 cold damage. I will put... all that.
He's just buffing himself like crazy.
And finally... Right, this is the 1, 2... He's actually not going to use his third free one to buff himself. Instead...
Might as well attack, because it'll just go back anyway.
I thought Chris said he couldn't do anything that messed with us.
I mean, if he does, then it ends the spell, but he's only got 1 more turn anyway on the spell. So I assume during your last turn on the time stop, you always would attack.
He is going to
Or flee.
put his hands out. Once again, none of you see this happening because it's all in time stopped. But what you all see is suddenly he explodes with this globe and this writhing cold shield and a blast of cold. Oh, what the hell? Error! Hold on, I gotta figure out why this is this.
Error.
Okay, there we go. And as he does that, Brysis, Halfred, Corinne, the Modron, and the pirate.
Next on ABC.
Come on, suspense.
I know, it's not, sorry, it's not working. It's actually,
Ah!
it is straight up just broken somehow.
So you're saying nothing happens?
He puts his hands together and
fun.
this
Yay.
fizzles out. I'm sorry, this usually doesn't happen to me. Take my pill earlier. It's alright, Thults.
There we go. A blast of ice comes plowing through the southern section of the ship.
Corinne was so upset her screen went black.
The cone of cold.
She's
Killed
just
her
like,
internet
nope.
connection.
I have frozen your Ethernet cables.
You noped her right out of the game.
Yep. All right, she's back. That was just a temporary thing. Or she's frozen now, actually.
She's back and frozen though.
Yep.
Just like the Kona cold.
That's right. Yep. He's frozen her
So
image.
frozen.
All right, so the Modron is going to be obliterated by this cone of cold. It does not have.
Oh.
Aw.
It does not have the HP to stand up, even half damage.
Poor bastard. Wow.
Whoops.
You don't have advantage.
No, but I do have inspiration.
Yeah,
Can I just use it?
you rolled.
A 13 and a 14. So, I mean, I don't mind. I'll take the 13. That's fine. Then I'll just bend luck and make it A 17.
You can use the inspiration, but if you do that, it'll be a new roll. I'm not gonna let you take the advantage roll here.
Oh, hell
So
no.
you can either do that,
I
or you
use
can use your Ben luck.
No, I'm going to use my Ben luck.
Okay. All right.
So, 20.
20. Or no, it's not even 20. It's
a dirty
19.
20.
19.
13 plus 4 plus 3.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're saving throw. I'm talking about the damage you
Yeah.
take.
Okay.
You take half damage, which is 19.
What? I also have advantage on dex saving throw. I don't know if I resistance to cold. I accidentally closed my browser.
Okay, so it's...
You know, I have to refresh my screen 18 times. So I have to make a dex saving throw, right?
You do.
Okay. I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know
I
what my
can.
dex is. Okay, but I get advantage on it because of haste. And Reese was asking if I had resistance to cold. I don't
think so, but I'll look.
I don't think so. I think it's just like lightning stuff.
Alright, you roll a base 18.
Okay, Tim rolled 4.
Yeah.
All right, 18. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't even without advantage. 18 will work.
You'll take 19
Alright.
damage.
I roll really well.
All right, all of you take 19 damage. I will do that for Corinne. Tim, do you want to roll the d20 for her concentration saving throw?
Sure. Always. Oops.
Yeah, her concentration +1. Her concentration is broken. The haste falls away.
Okay.
It did save her from half that damage. All right, that was Thult's Daggerdark's turn. The cultists are dead. Kazan, you are up.
Okay. Guess I will attack our Scion friend here first. Ah, Fran. Advantage with flanking.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay.
How about a crit? And I will re-roll that first number.
All right.
Let's make that an 8 plus 10.
18. All right, you do 18 damage to him. Slash him, but good. Okay.
Can you guys see me?
Sure can.
Yes.
Oh, I accidentally just hit your button.
You bastard! No! Get out of my character sheet! I feel so violated.
No, I just hit I think it's the melee weapon
Gross.
attack thing.
Also, you lost your haste.
Dare you?
Yeah, Corinne, you lost your haste.
What? Why?
The
What?
Cone of Cold broke your concentration.
Oh, because I took damage. Okay.
Yeah. 29 for 7. That hits.
Scion's still up.
Still up. He's looking very bad now.
Hacking away. God damn it.
26 for 7. He is barely standing now. He is fully bloodied.
Laid into him.
Yep. He is hissing at you still, but he is. You've cut off like multiple tentacles off of his head. Half of one of those
he's all
flaps.
squishy.
He's all gross now.
He's all gross.
He's bleeding.
Grosser.
Yep. All right, the pirates are all dead. Corinne, your turn.
Okay.
I need to hit this guy and make him drop his concentration.
Okay. Wait, so what all does he have cast on himself right now?
He has a globe of
shield?
invulnerability that is keeping him from taking any
So, like,
spells.
What do I do about that?
We just gotta hit him either with a melee or like an arrow or something.
That's
Like his
That-
concentration.
seems like not enough, but I can. Okay, hold on.
Start hurling bar stools.
So
You cannot hurt Thult's Daggerdark!
Oh,
Could
you
you
don't
do,
look like it
yeah.
would sound like that.
spell slot's gone.
You can use your little rock thrower.
Yeah, well, I do have a crossbow, but one of my questions though would be my lightning breath. So that's not a spell, right? That's just like a thing I can do. Like it's not in my spell slot. It's just like part of my.
Any spell at 5th level at very.
But it's not.
It's specifically
Actually-
for spells.
I wouldn't allow the lightning breath.
Spell.
It's not a spell though.
Right. I don't. Well, the lightning breath's not a spell.
No, it's not.
Right.
Did
And-
you say you
and-
would or would not? I heard would not.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I
Mm-hmm.
would allow it.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm reading this and it's just saying spell over and over again. So I would assume anything that's
Yeah.
not a spell.
Yeah. I also don't really want to get that close yet though, so I'm just gonna use my crossbow.
Okay. Jesus.
Wow.
Roll for concentration.
All right, you do 9 damage. The globe of invulnerability is the only one that he is concentrating on.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine.
Motherfucker.
I'll take your crossbow bolts.
What did he have to get?
It's what is
I think it's either
concentration?
10
or half
the
damage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. Not worth it. Damn it.
You didn't even roll the throw. You rolled the check.
Oh, that's true. I think it's the same for him though.
Yeah. He only has a +1.
Yeah. All right. The Deep Scion is still alive, and still hissing at you, Kazan, as
Stupid.
you have. Actually, as it's so hurt and damaged,
It kills itself?
it rears back and does like the predator scream, screeches out at all of you, including Tholtz, I think. Everyone who can hear him.
Oh yeah, he's within 30 feet.
300 feet. Oh no, I'm sorry, 30 feet is the actual effect.
Yeah.
So, Tim, Kazan, and Brysus. Oh, and Halfred. Tim, Kazan, Brysus, Halfred. You actually made the smart move by not moving up, Corinne. Unbeknownst to you, that... Tim, your ear holes are right next to
Tim, your sweet ear holes.
Why do I have advantage still on? Damn it. Hang on. Can I just reroll that?
Your first roll was no. Your first roll was a 7.
Alright. Fine.
All
What
right,
was this?
Brysus, you're stunned. Tim, you are stunned.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You can do that. Yeah. Reroll it.
I
Right,
guess I use
says-
mine too.
Okay.
Damn it! I have my inspiration back.
So close. Yep.
They both were inspired to get
And then
started.
she gets stunned again. Okay.
Stupid fucking Scion.
Yeah, until the beginning of the Scion's next turn,
And
you...
2 chances to roll a 6 or greater.
You asked too much, sir.
Amazing. Yep.
Tim's like, that's the most beautiful sound I've
Oh!
ever heard."
Tim. Where are you standing?
Huh?
Where are you standing?
Oh! Yeah, you get my,
Oh yeah.
you get a +3! Yeah, thank
Hooray.
you!
It's like, wait, hold on.
I forgot about that too. You have a +3 in my aura.
So you're okay. Bryce, you're still stunned. the rest of you are okay.
Come join me in the loving aura of my protection. Kazan passes out condoms.
Tholtz is also okay.
Barely.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's tempting.
That was the Deep Scion's turn.
Oh, that's tempting.
You're stunned currently, so you can do nothing.
Bend luck.
You cannot bend luck while you are frozen in place. Back up to Halfred.
Finally. I am pulling out my wombat bow.
Is that what they call it these days?
That is what they call it. And I'm going to aim for that dude. I'm going to notch a special arrow. Oh, what the hell? Okay. He's taking damage or has not taken damage?
He's taking a little bit of damage. I think. Oh yeah, Corinne nailed him with a bolt.
Alright. Where is it? Wombat bow. Come on, special arrow. Come on.
All right, 24 does hit for 12 damage.
One more Arcanumite arrow.
Spell slot. Okay, roll a d4, please. He
Damn.
he loses a first level spell slot.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Okay, and he. The globe of invulnerability falls away.
Whoa.
Sucker.
Nice.
Alright, and then just for fun, another special arrow. All of my tools. 17.
15 for 10. That does hit. You do
And
10
let's
damage
just
to him.
grappling. Let's just grappling hook him.
Okay.
Alright, bonus action. Reel the arrow in.
Contested strength checks.
Let's do it. I don't know if it's wise to bring him closer to me, but what do I roll? Athletics?
Athletics. Or just strength. Either one. Or no, I'm sorry. It's athletics.
Come on. Yes.
20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Your arrow goes right through him, and he lets out a gasp as you begin dragging him.
Does he fall over?
No, he's like walking with the arrow as you pull at the rope as you pull him closer. He's just holding the arrow.
Saints will deign to be dragged by you.
That's right. All right, Tim, you are up.
All right.
Damn, you put the finishing blow on that scion.
Yes.
Stupid fucking guy probably had like 2 hit points.
That's a very good guess. 2 is the
Oh,
accurate number.
God damn it.
Does that end his
No. Well, you will come out of stun at the when his turn would happen.
Damn it.
Heal Chasm for 4.
Yay. I was so injured from that.
All right. Then is that his fire shield? Or
Yes.
his cold shield?
His cold shield, yes. Which doesn't actually do anything to you until you try to hit him with a
Right.
melee attack, yeah.
Well, that's what I'll do.
You could leech him too, because I don't think he's got the globe on anymore.
He doesn't have the globe anymore.
Yeah.
You've already taken the attack action, though.
Right.
I don't think you got
Oh, that's
it.
true.
So you can extra attack, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's true. We covered that last session, I think.
hmm As a bonus action, we'll try and knock him down.
Okay. Um,
That was a 11.
okay. You knock this wizard on his ass. He's being pulled by a grappling arrow, so he can't even really fight back as you just run up to him and just slam into him.
Yeah, now I'll try to do my extra attack against him.
Okay. That does hit. 26 for 5. And as you hit him, there's actually no damage on here.
Mm.
2d8. That's pretty good. 11 cold damage. Racks through you.
Okay. And I'll heal Halford for 2.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. Brysis, you are stunned for days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and take it off now, though, because on your next turn it'll be gone. Next up is...
When you move them to the map, it still doesn't join the initiative tracker? 'Cause I still don't see them.
No, it doesn't. It's like when it's where you rolled it at, weirdly enough.
Okay.
I don't know how to fix that except to, like, delete them and have everybody re-roll again, but
Yeah.
I can see. I can see all of them.
Okay. Oh, you can see? Okay.
Yeah. Thultz is going to stand up. And Tim, as he looks at you, who you're hacking at him currently, he is going to point his hand at you. Say, you will freeze to death in Slarkrothel's power. And is going to throw a cone through you that will hit you as well, Kazan.
It's an equal opportunity colder.
That's right. Which actually is not great damage for having rolled this at a 7th level.
Wow. It's Dex. That's what I do worst. But I do have a +3 and a +1, and I don't need any of it.
And then you roll a 19.
Yep.
I will roll for Tim.
Oh, Tim.
Tim takes 35 damage.
I take 17. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
And then Thultz is going to try to run away a bit. He's going to turn after he plows through. Tim, you just took 35 damage from a Cone of Cold spell.
Oh boy.
Now, however, you will get an attack of opportunity as he turns and tries to...
Hey, you already took my health away, you jerk.
I did.
Wait,
I did it
I had
for you.
94 health. How much damage did I take?
35.
Oh, I thought you said... Okay.
Checks out.
He is going to turn and begin running this direction. Tim, you may take an attack of opportunity as he does so.
Is that advantage or regular?
Regular.
I keep rolling ones. Man.
That does hit, though. As he runs away, you slash at his back.
Alright, he'll have it for another 2.
Wait. I never let go of the grappling hook.
Roll that grappling hook again. I'm not sure does that stay.
You may choose to disconnect the rope as free action.
Oh, so he's got to actually roll. Okay, he can't do that, actually.
So you have to make a strength.
He has to make a
thing?
strength check, but he already used his action to Cone of Cold.
Right? I never...
You never let go. All right, yeah, you haven't let go. He's still attached to that grappling hook.
He tries to run, he gets like that cartoon. Like,
Yeah. Gets
Does
yanked
that
back.
mean you can still shoot arrows?
I mean, I could let go on my turn as a free action.
I'm not sure. Yeah, the grappling hook arrow does not preclude him from shooting more arrows. I think it's like it's like the rope is attached to the bow at that point, but not where he actually shoots the arrows.
It's the leash.
It's magical. I don't know how it works.
Ha, sucker.
All right, he tries to run away, and Alfred's grappling arrow holds him in place.
Unless he's willing to lose some clothes.
Kazan, your turn.
I will stay out of his cold range and attack him with my 10-foot long pike. Thoughts. You're seeing your Kraken soon enough. I've got some words for him. But these are my words. Stab and stabby.
Alright, you do 9 damage. That hits.
And then I will divine smite his ass. This is for the monastery. For an extra 20 damage!
What? What'd you roll there? Wow.
Third slot, I rolled a 6, 5, 1, and 8 on a 4 1d8s.
Jesus.
48.
Alright, 20 extra
That was
damage.
one attack.
Uh, 15 does hit.
Reroll that.
For 8 damage, alright.
Thoughts! Thoughts!
Jesus. Okay. 14 more damage. That was a bunch of damage on the turn.
Hell yeah.
You lay into him, and he now looks like beaten and bloodied, Kazan. He calls out.
Like
He
50
says,
damage to him.
Slarkrathel, aid me. Destroy your enemies that come upon your ship.
Put your faith in the wrong deep one.
Corinne, you are up next.
So he's vulnerable now to spells.
Yes, you saw his globe of invulnerability fall away.
What's the circle around him?
That is
still?
for melee attacks. Anyone who attacks him with in melee range takes cold damage.
All right, I will cast lightning bolt.
Very carefully.
Yeah, I know you guys are always standing like super close to
Hey!
enemies when I'm casting
Sit down over here.
like, area attacks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. It's still 20.
Oh boy.
Corinne.
I think he has like disadvantage too, or whatever, on saving throws or something. I don't know. I keep forgetting all my stuff.
Oh, right. Yes. Disadvantage on saving
Yeah.
throws. Yeah. Corinne, doesn't matter. Half damage is enough. Thultz continues calling out for Slarkrathel to aid him, saying, destroy your enemies, Grace Kraken! Bring them to the depths with... A lightning bolt rips through his, midsection and cuts off his words. And he falls over dead. And that is the end of that combat. Things are quiet in the hold of this ship. Let's take a very quick break. And then come back while you guys explore the remainder of the ship.
Hey, hun. Can you do me a favor? And just because I'm lazy, I don't want to get up. Will you turn the air up here down like 2 degrees? You just yell it out.
All right, I think we're coming back. Reese isn't quite back yet, but there he is. Okay. As you all finish this fight down here in the belly of this ship,
Am I unfrozen?
you are you are unstunned now.
Okay.
I think what would have been the Deep Scion's turn was one of the last turns. So at the very end of that fight, you come out of it. Yeah, you all are in the belly of this ship. There are dead pirates and a dead wizard around you. What do you do? You see at the far end of the ship, on the west side, you see two things. You see stairs leading down to a third level. And on either side of the doors, or either side of the stairs, you see two large oak doors. Here and here. One of which has been opened. It's the door that Thultz came through.
Does he have anything on him?
You go through his body, Bryces, and you see he is the only thing he was carrying with him. He has his robes on, and he has a spell book. He's like the old-fashioned wizard spell book, which you can take, but unless you're a wizard, it doesn't do much for you.
Hmm.
You can read about all the spells he had.
I like to rip up all the pages.
Okay, you're ripping up Thultz's spell book.
Hmm?
Kazan, you have gone into that room that he came from, and it appears to be a bedroom of sorts. Or at least, it looks like it used to be some sort of like basic kitchen or prep area in the back of the ship, but it's been converted into sort of a private room. Let's see.
Search any desks or anything.
Yeah. This looks to be...
The other door lead to the same space?
It does. You open that door, and it leads to the exact same space. The cabin is a mess. There's nautical books, navigational charts strewn about the floor, as are quills, loose sheets of blank parchment, empty wine bottles, and spilled jars of ink. Most of the furniture is bolted to the floor, including an unmade bed with a squid-shaped headboard, a writing desk stained with ink, an open trunk, a slender wardrobe stuffed with old robes, and a wooden cloak rack. Also, well, you were looking for cabinets, drawers, that sort of thing. You do see that desk that was bolted to the ground has a large drawer right on the front of it that is currently closed and has a key mechanism.
Bolts have a key on them?
Not Bryces. You didn't feel one initially. You could try to roll an investigation check on him to sort of get a little bit deeper in there.
Ah, jeez. All right.
Full cavity search.
Or you could attempt to investigate the room as well. Bryces, with a 19 investigation, you start feeling him up and you get to his shoes. And you find that in the sole of his shoes, tucked beneath folds of cloth, you find a key.
There's no key.
Oh.
There's a boot, but there's a boot has a key in it.
I get my pike out and just start stabbing at the chest.
I throw the boot at him. That has a key in it. And then I'm gonna like lay down in his hastily unmade bed, take a nap, bleeding profusely.
Alright, I'll unlock the whatever.
Okay. You unlock the desk drawer chasm, and you hear a click. And as you open the drawer, you see what looks like a small vial of swirling green glass. It looks like it was a trap designed to go off if someone attempted to open this desk without the key. You can take that vial. You can sort of... Well, you actually will have to roll an investigation check to remove the vial from the trap without breaking it. You can either leave it alone or you can attempt that.
Halford, if this sounds like something you want to do, I want to step back.
Take what's in the desk first.
You can take what's in the desk first. Yes. It looks like a bunch of papers. It looks like,
Boring.
Let's see. It is a bunch of papers that have been connected together on the very first page, written in a very neat cursive script. It says, and I'm going to read it in his voice now that you've heard him speak. My masters of the deep Slarkarthel has given me visions of things my mortal mind could not see on its own. Visions of our ally who guards herself from all vision. In case this ally ever becomes an enemy. It takes a toll. My ears bleed after each session, and I begin to forget her name almost as soon as I look away from the page. But for my master, I would endure any pain. And there are pages, there are crumpled pages attached to that page underneath Chasm. As you begin to read them, you all feel the ship begin to rock a little more heavily than it was before. Like, it feels like the weather's picking up outside. And it's getting a bit more turbulent out there.
One of y'all needs to go downstairs and check to see if the giant's actually down there.
Oh, I'll go.
Done.
All right. Tim and Bryces. I'm just going to drag your tokens down.
Into the water. Ah.
Yep, you're in the water. You two head down.
Ha! Yep.
As you two head down these stairs, you see what looks to be the hold of a ship. What used to be, as you walk around, you see what used to be like prison bars, it looks like. A place to hold people. But they've all been emptied out or cleared of the bars themselves. And instead, in the center of this area, you can see where they've removed bars and removed poles to make room for 4 large chains bolted to the sides of this ship that are currently wrapped around a storm giant.
Hey,
Big guy, aren't you?
better be our storm giant.
He is an older looking storm giant, a huge full beard on him. And he is currently laying down a chain wrapped around each of his limbs. And as you two approach him, he doesn't look unconscious. He doesn't look he doesn't look anything. He looks like he is frozen. He is almost grayscale as you look at him. Like, it looks like there's just he's not moving at all. It looks like just time is frozen for him. Meanwhile, back up in the upper section.
We're just dancing.
Is that like a disease?
I was massaging you.
Tim, you can roll an investigation check to see if you can figure out what's going on.
I was giving you massages until
Use
Corinne
your-
walked in.
Use Corinne's detect magic thing.
You can do that too. Tim, you begin looking around to see what's going on,
Alright, you're-
and
You're muted.
I agreed.
okay. Tim, you see that these chains are etched with magic runes. And these runes are sort of almost, it looks like they're almost flowing into the giant. And as you look at this giant, this does not look like any sort of medical condition. He literally looks like an NPC that's been frozen, like the pause button has been put on him. It's like time has stopped. You touch him and it's like touching just metal or just something completely hard. It appears that these chains are casting some sort of spell on him.
Can
Would
I
I
take chains down?
or would I know if I damage the runes, if it would affect anything?
This looks like a steel chain. Beyond the runes that are carved into it, the chains look like regular steel chains. You might be able to break them. Kazan, meanwhile, you are reading pages. You read that first page about Slarkerthel receiving messages from, or Thult's receiving messages from the Kraken.
Had to read it twice because he got bored
Yep,
halfway through.
that's right. On the next pages are scrawled, and this is just like almost like it looks like someone didn't have control of their hand. Just scrawled giant words that say dragon, sisters, and they're all sort of at odd angles. Dragon, sisters, treachery. And there is a crude sketch of a large dragon with a huge single horn protruding from its head on that page. You turn the page, and scrawled on this page are words that read, Iamrith, doom of the desert. Iamrith, eater of giants. Iamrith, dragon of statues. Iamrith, the hidden. Iamrith, most spiteful of dragonkind. And that name stands out to you, Kazan. When you talked to Sarisa, that was the older female storm giant who sat next to her in the throne room. The advisor to her.
Wait. Iamrith is the dragon?
That's what these notes say.
The blue dragon?
That's what it says.
So she's a fucking giant? Giant?
Well, as you know from Fogelos,
Not very
giant.
smart.
As you know from Fogelos, giants can take other forms.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Ah. Oh, shit. Wait, so the fucking final boss was right next to the princess? You asshole.
I mean, you didn't know.
Shit. Alfred, do you have your conch shell?
Meanwhile,
Yes, it's right here, next to my heart.
God damn it. Alright,
You want me to
we're
blow
gonna
it?
rush. Let's rush now. We gotta rush downstairs and make sure we get the actual king.
Well, y'all technically don't know he's down there.
Let's rush downstairs and see if he's down there.
Did you
Alright.
enjoy the massage, cousin?
Great. All right. Never speak of that again.
I'm going to track you all. Oh, Alfred, stop moving. I'm trying to track you.
I'm trying to get there.
You just threw Kryn in the ocean.
Oh no! Wait, why are the three of us in the ocean?
Okay, you guys are all down. Tim and Bryces, yeah, you all are still investigating these chains, and you look at these chains, and there are runes. It seems to be some sort of spell cast upon this storm giant, but
Right,
the
I'm gonna-
the chains themselves seem regular.
Lay on hands. While Alfred was massaging me, I was also giving him some lay on hands.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna heal him and me for 15 each and use all my lay on hands.
Okay. Kazan and Halford get 15 apiece.
And now let us never speak of this again.
Here's a good massage. 15
Yep.
HP of massage.
That's right.
Tim and Bryces, as the other three join you down there, it seems like the ship begins to rock even worse than before. And above you, you hear a roar, the dragon voice call out to you that says, "Guys, I don't know what you're doing down there, but the weather's sure picking up down here. Or up here. I mean..."
Krakens, can
Can
I try to just damage the runes and see if that helps wake him up?
Sure.
Because all I've got, well, I could drop like some acid on it.
You would need to just make an attack roll against these chains, basically.
Kevin pulls out his pike and stares at Bryce. Is like, can I stab?
Yes. Stab. Stab repeatedly.
Let's see.
Everyone starts stabbing the chains.
Here's my lockpick.
Another one.
All right. Bryces, you drop some acid that the chains cannot make a saving throw. They are immobile. So you just do straight up 7 acid damage. And
Yep.
you eat through half of the chain with that 7 damage. The acid
Wow.
just melts through the metal. That chain is still half attached, though, and you see the runes are still going up and down it. Kazan, the 28. You take your phantom and you stab it right through the middle of one of the chains, and it splits in half, breaking the chain that you were closest to. I'm going to just move it to show that it's disconnected. It's still connected to the storm giant, actually. Oh shit!
Don't move the whole map.
Don't move the whole map. Unfortunately, the chains were on the.
Never put anything you want to do.
I know, right? That's. Okay, yeah, you break those chains. Tim, you do the same thing as Bryces. You strike the chains nearest you, and you sever like half of a link. Bryces, you break that chain.
Chain breaking montage.
Yep. As you all are doing this, suddenly the whole ship just rocks and shifts. And you begin to hear wood creak very heavily. And from above you, you hear, tentacles! We got tentacles!
I always wanted to shout that. All right.
Let me just blow the shell and let's get out of here.
Well, isn't he gonna need to
Gotta
be
get the-
free from the
yeah.
chains first?
We need to get the dude out of here.
There's a good chance he'll come with us with the
There's a good chance.
without the chains.
I'm just dropping it. I'm like, nope, nope,
Can I-
nope.
Call out to Felgos to just get down here because won't the shell teleport enough people or no?
It could. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't want to leave Felgos stranded out here, so I'm gonna start yelling for him to come down.
Okay.
So I assume he understands the polymorph come down.
Halford throws up on one of the chains.
Bryce, you're throwing acid.
6. I did 12 with the 2.
All right. You melt through that chain as well. Tim, the chain you're next to is still half attached. You can make another attack on that. And you do! You sever it with Dawn Strike.
I have to go up and just like kind
Somebody
of
won.
smack the Storm King, like, hey, wake up! Wake up!
The last 4 attacks have been ones.
Wow. Yeah.
On the king's shoes.
Yeah.
On shoes.
As soon as you break that last chain, Tim, all the color returns to the Storm Giant, and he bolts upright as if just being awoken from a dream. And he immediately
so
he
bad.
immediately yells out, "Lord's Alliance indeed! I'll see your alliance wrecked upon the waves for this treachery!" And he immediately begins swinging the chains attached to his arms at you all. Halfred and Tim,
Yes.
you are facing. You are in the direct path of him, and you will take Tim. I don't know why that. 22 hits, and it is. I don't know why it's not actually rolling the damage. I don't know why it's not rolling damage.
Damn.
I will roll the damage myself. Tim, you take 4 damage.
What kind of damage is that?
That is bludgeoning damage. It is a chain.
Whoops. I don't take any damage.
Alfred, you take 12 damage.
Some bitch.
And
I just healed.
I know. Just got him a son.
the giant bolts upright, and before you're all able to really react, he breaks through the ceiling of this lower floor as he stands up and begins immediately clawing his way out of the top of the ship.
I'm gonna scream in giant.
All right.
I'm gonna scream, Hecaton, we come on a mission from your daughter, and I yell at her name drop her name, whatever it is.
Sarisa, yeah.
Yeah. We've come on behalf of Princess Sarisa to rescue you.
Okay. He is absolutely, like, incensed right now. He is barely in his right mind, Kazan. You did mention his daughter by name, though. You may make a DC 18 persuasion check with advantage. As you're talking, Kazan, you all suddenly feel the walls of this ship. The walls of this ship just begin cracking, and water begins pouring in, and you see for a brief moment it look like the suckers of giant tentacles wrapping around this ship.
Oh boy.
Can we just all jump on his ankles and Halford can blow the horn?
Belglos, are you coming down here?
Kazan, your mind is suddenly racked by a voice, like a deep voice that you can't understand, but it is a psychic energy that is just invading your mind.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
That's the voice. That was the voice.
Terrifying.
Yep. Welcome to my hell.
Welcome to my hell. I still connect.
That's giant for I'm sick.
And suddenly the floor around you begins to fill with water as the boat begins to crack and splinter. But the giant stops climbing and he looks down at you, Kazan, and he says, Sarisa, you know my daughter?
I'm like rolling from the second
Yes.
pain, like, yes!
Alfred panics and pulls out the conch shell.
I'm yelling, "God, Felgalos, get down here!"
Oh, Felgalos
Yeah,
yells.
and then I point to Halford with the conch shell.
Okay.
Be like, she's in trouble. We need you back.
Felgalos, you hear an oomph from upstairs as if Felgalos is just taking a hit of some kind. And he says, I'm coming! Hold on! Gotta get out of... And you hear, like, scraping and roaring from above.
Leave him. He's unlucky.
Halford, you have to see who you're using the conch shell on? Roll the conch...
I don't know. I don't have it.
I'll look it up for you.
I thought you had it.
I do, but I don't have the proper
The description? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, somebody better fucking have.
The conch
His
teleportation!
pockets. Oh shit. I think.
Oh, was I supposed to bring that? Yeah, it's like a storage locker back in some.
Yeah. It's a teleport spell. I just gotta look up the teleport spell. You have to be able to see them. And you can't quite see Felgalos yet. He says he's coming, but you hear the sounds of battle.
Alfred, like, don't go without him. I'm gonna start.
unlucky.
Can I like stumble my way back up?
You can start, but it sounds like Felgalos is trying to come down to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can help him or grab him or something.
Well, it sounds like
Used
he's...
him to get here.
Yeah, he's like above us.
Yeah, he's right above you. You can hear him clawing through the net.
I'm
close
spider
to us
monkeying
now.
up the
Can
giant's
you,
leg.
can you shoot the net or attack the net?
Is he literally on the net above us?
You not yet. You see him. He's still on the top floor. You see him clawing at the net above, like 2 nets above you.
Seriously, the ballista was not able to break through the stinking net.
It did. You know what? You had that ballista going the entire time, and it did break through. And you see it crash through the net, and Felgalos comes barreling down. As that's happening, Halfred, a tentacle comes bursting through the side of the ship and smacks you. And now the ship is full on taking on water, as there's now a hole in the side of the ship.
I'm so spider monkeying up the giant's leg.
The storm giant looks around and he says, he looks at you, Halford, with the conch shell. He says, if you're going to get us out of here, now would be the time. And as he's saying that, Felgalos lands on the net above you, Halford, and you can see him at this point.
Hold on to your butts.
Blow the shell, blow the shell.
Lord,
Touch me.
we don't have.
You
you're
just have to
fine.
see them. You just have to see them.
Just humor him. Just touch him.
Okay.
Alfred takes a deep breath.
He vomits into the conch shell.
It makes it very sad.
It makes it very. It makes it. But it does make a sound, and you all suddenly are teleported away from the ship, and you all black out for a moment.
You wake up covered in vomit.
It's every Tuesday for me.
All right, and you all open your eyes, and you are standing in a familiar spot. The
We're all injured.
the teleportation landing of the Maelstrom. Hekaton looks around at all of you, and by the way, Felgalos looks very injured. He has like a wound on the side of him where it looks like tentacle suckers have like leached off his scales. He says,
Ixnay on the dragon form. We're in a giant place.
and Hecaton speaks up at that, and he says, yes. He says, this dragon is with you all.
He brought us to you. He's our ride and our friend.
He does drugs.
Hashtag not all dragons.
He looks at Fogalos and says, indeed, there are no dragons in the Maelstrom.
Nope, he's a halfling.
fuck-
Aren't you, Felgalos?
Fogalos says, sure am! As he changes shapes. Hecaton turns to you all and he says, you saved me.
Also, there is a dragon in the Maelstrom. We need to talk about this.
He says, who invades my home?
Do I remember the name?
I am Rith.
I am Rith.
Yes. You say the name and he
According
says,
to these pages, it's I am Rith.
I am Rith. I am Rith, my advisor. I am Rith.
Now
I am Rith, the blue dragon.
She's not the advisor to the princess.
You hear Hecaton mutter under his breath, Sarisa, we must hurry to the throne room now. And
Well, we're all gonna move a little slow unless you've got some healing powers.
he has nothing. He has chains still hanging from his arms and legs.
We're all pretty fucked up. I will throw a cure wounds at Halfred.
No, I'll kill myself.
Okay.
He immediately heads for these stairs over here at the west end of this room.
I'm following right behind him.
All right, I'm just gonna take you guys to the floor 2.
Fast travel.
Yep. You are all
Nice cure
now
wounds.
here. As you all crest these stairs into a room that, Corinne, you recognize. It is the room where you saw that giants were being entertained by the 2 storm giant sisters. It is
We see his stairs.
bloody, or you guys haven't come up the stairs yet. The stairs are ascending counterclockwise.
Oh, gotcha. Should we be ascending them then?
Say what?
Sorry, never mind. Go ahead.
As you all ascend these stairs, you come into this room. Corinne, you recognize it as what was like a theater, sort of entertaining room, and it is carnage now. You see a number of dead giants, and these giants have been eviscerated. There is blood and giant guts everywhere in this room. You see 2 dead storm giant guards, and farther into the room you see a frost giant and a stone giant also dead. Hecaton yells out now, Sarisa! As he begins to head south.
What the hell happened in here?
As
The
you
freaking blue dragon is what happened in here.
As you all are following him as fast as you can, just trying to keep pace with him, you hear a voice call out from the end of that long hallway to the south. The voice sort of echoes throughout the walls of this place, and it says, do you know how easy it was, my dear king? How easy it was to turn your own daughters against you, to join in the conspiracy to kill their own mother. Do you know how easy it was to turn the other giant lords against the small folk? To convince them to destroy, to pillage, to run havoc through the lands of the small folk? You giants are a pitiable race, so easily corrupted, so easily led astray. And Hecaton begins to continue down the hallway, and you see what looks like a long hallway with large double doors at the end of it, and there are 2 dead hill giants splayed out right in front of these double doors, which are currently open, I believe. Yeah, open. Standing at the end of this long hallway to the south, you all see into the throne room. You see three things. You see Uthor, the uncle to Sarisa, who was advising her. He is unconscious on the ground next to the three thrones to the south. Sarisa is herself sat upon that dragon-boned throne, but her body is rigid and she is convulsing as she sits on that throne, as if it's like an electric chair or something. And hovering in the center of the room, holding the scepter that Sarisa was wearing, she's holding it in her hand, is Iamrith herself. And she is holding that scepter out and looking down at Hecaton and you all as you all come running down this hallway. And she says, as you continue to run, she says, "You giants are pitiable. I am doing this world a favor, showing your kind for what they truly are. And now that our 5 small friends here have so rudely interrupted my plans, I must accelerate to my final move, where I will scour the world of the stain of giant kind. I will see you soon, my friends. I will see all of you and everyone you have ever cared about very soon." And as you all rush in, you see, that's fucking,
Jesus.
it's a teleport spell. You see Iamrith begin to fade away as she teleports out of the room. Hecaton rushes in, and he yells again, "Sarisa! Help her!" But there's no one in the room to help her. Uthor is unconscious, and she is convulsing on this chair. And as Hecaton pulls her off the chair, he says, "You must get her off the throne!" And he begins trying to pull her off.
If he can't do it.
Yeah, it takes him a couple tries, but he eventually wrenches her body off. And when he does, her body stops convulsing, but she is still, seems to be just stock still, like her muscles are locked in place. And he begins attending
See what's wrong with her?
Sure.
Yeah,
You can roll either investigation or medicine, or maybe a combination of the two. Tim, you can tell that she is straight up paralyzed, and you look at her face, and it appears she's in some sort of like coma or something. As you do that, Tim, the Hecaton turns to you and he says,
ooh. I can cure paralyzed.
Okay, Kazan, you try that.
I have 1 second slots left.
And as you do that, Kazan, the rigidness of her body fades and her body goes limp, but she still seems to be totally unconscious. Her eyes are a blank. And Hecaton looks at both of you and he says, "It's no use. She sat on the throne without the scepter. It is a curse bestowed upon any who do so. Without the scepter, she will be this way forever." Hecaton calls out for more storm giants, and eventually, after some minutes passed, some additional storm giants join them in the room, as shocked as you are at what's going on. And Hecaton turns to you all again after the storm giants are like checking on Sarisa, they're checking on Uthor. It becomes like sort of a post-crime scene sort of environment where everyone's sort of doing things. And Hecaton looks at you all and he says, "That woman, that dragon, has the scepter that will rule all of giant kind and will keep my daughter in a coma until we retrieve it." He says, "You all saved me. You are welcome here. rest now.
Damn right.
He says, rest now. For tomorrow, we go to hunt a dragon.
You know where she
Oh
is.
snap! So technically she's not a giant.
She is not a giant.
No, she's the dragon we've been hunting. She just disguised herself as a damn giant this whole time.
Is she a monstrosity?
No, she's not a monstrosity.
It's gonna
She's a
show off
dragon.
just now, but then
Your dragon thing, your giant alarm is going crazy right now.
Yeah, your giant alarm's going nuts. There's giants all over the place. Dead ones, live ones, all sorts of giants. Hecaton says that, he says, we have scryers. Now that we know who this dragon is and have intimate knowledge of her, they will be able to find her. He says, we will give them the night to do so. And tomorrow, when we have this information, we will hunt her.
Excellent.
Yeah, we need a rest. Ship battle was a bitch.
Yeah. So Hecaton sends a couple of the guards with you, and they take you back to those hotel rooms that you were looking at earlier. And they put you up in those hotel rooms in the first floor. And I'm not going to change maps because that'll waste of time, but you all are able to long rest in those rooms.
Yay.
We rarely short rest at all. It's just long rest or nothing.
Yeah, you guys just blasted through the ship and then needed a long rest.
See, and y'all were upset I set the stupid boat on fire, and really Kraken was going to try to kill us.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. After your long rest that evening, which, where is everybody? I got Kryn, you're up there.
Kryn never came down.
Just watching from the hallway. I'll drag her down.
Oh, sorry.
The next day, when you wake up, there is a storm giant waiting at the door of your room. And he says, King Hecaton would like to speak with you. And he leads you back to this throne room. Whoops, sorry.
Can I try something on her?
Sure.
Would a remove curse spell do anything on her?
It might.
Wow. Remove curse spell.
Hold on. Let me look at something real quick.
You broke the game. No need to chase after.
Saved the day. The 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is this? There we go. Let's see. Is this a straight up curse? Tim, you.
If this works, you're gonna have a permanent job as curse remover.
A cushy job.
You cast remove curse on here the next day when they wake you all up and bring you back up. When you offer this to them, they take you to her. You cast remove curse, and you're not sure if it works or not. It seems to all your magic, it seems like your spell worked, but she does not wake up. She is still unconscious.
coffee.
You might have removed the paralyzed curse on her, but it appears that she will not regain consciousness until she has that scepter in hand on her person. Hecaton speaks to you and he says, "Thank you, little wooden man.
Yeah.
No one knows what damage that curse might have done to her if left unchecked. But she needs the scepter in hand. Not only will it awaken her, it is the ruling item of all giant kind. Without it, there is no ruler."
I have a question.
I wasn't really a ruler before, though.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Who forged this mighty scepter? Why don't we just go back to their planet and ask them to forge a new one?
Their
for us?
planets.
Is it what is that? A dwarven mind wrapped around a dying star?
That's right.
Yeah.
Says,
I'm sure Felgos can fly us there.
I smell a side quest.
yeah. Says, it is ancient giant magic. None knows how or why it was forged, but it keeps the ordning in place, or it did, until apparently Iamrith found this loophole by keeping me alive and keeping the throne and the scepter out of my reach. She was able to break the ordning.
How did they capture you?
He says, it was treachery. The small folk wished an alliance, the Lord's alliance, we thought. Though I now believe that to not be the case after seeing that kraken. He says, they led us to a beach on an island. There was a dwarf who claimed to be of the Lord's alliance, but when we met him, they ambushed us. Many of them. They killed my wife and put me into that stasis you found me in.
I don't want to make things worse for you, but according to these notes by the guys who captured you, your daughters may have conspired against you and this.
The dragon also spoke to that a little bit as you all were rushing down about the the daughters turning on him.
Yeah,
he
like,
says
they were probably manipulated.
he looks sad at this and he says yes, Mirren and Nim were never cut out to truly rule. Too vain and greedy for power. It does not surprise me that they were led astray. He says they have been confined to their rooms until I can decide what will be done with them.
So we have like an army going after this dragon?
He takes you all to the south a bit, into the meeting room. I'm gonna drag you all a little down, a little to the west.
Oh yeah, that room.
Whoa, we've never been here before. This is wild.
You don't mention that you just stole all their money from this room.
Nope, I tried to look everywhere but those giant sea anemones.
And they don't bring it up. Yeah.
Excellent.
Hecaton is busy.
Nimrith took it all.
That's right. You can blame it on the dragon. Hecaton brings you to this meeting room, and he says, "We have discovered much overnight." He says, Iamrith was an ancient blue dragon from the old Asturian War. He says that would put her at, if not the oldest, then one of the oldest dragons in existence. She was known as Doom of the Desert, Dragon of Statues, due to her proclivity to creating living statues. And he gives a side eye to you, Tim, as he's saying this.
You know, I tried to grow a beard once.
Mine is great, isn't it?
I bet mine would have been just as good.
He says, we have identified that she is a spellcaster of some renown.
You fucking think so?
And like all blue dragons, she is immune to the power of lightning itself.
Alright, seriously.
Says her lair, and he pulls out a map of the Sword Coast, and he points to a spot in the desert nearby where you stole from 2 young blue dragons and killed them both.
We're kids, right?
Yep.
What?
Oops.
He says her lair is a ruined amphitheater half buried in the cold desert sands northeast of Ascor. It is an ancient and abandoned dwarven city that she has claimed for her own. He says, the stories lead us to believe that she is cunning and dangerous in battle. I would not leave my daughters, he says, Cerisa, or my other daughters, treacherous as they have proven to be, unattended. You, Thor, will stay here with the bulk of my forces and guard the maelstrom. He says, myself and 2 of my best, Namir and Orlecto. He points to out the door, and you guys see 2 storm giants standing outside. Will march on the amphitheater. He says, you have done much for giant kind. From Uthor's telling, you have been in our service for some time. I would have you help us one last time to hunt and kill this dragon. Will you join us in battle?
I suppose. Yeah, we want to finish this. Omerth has been a pain in the ass. Kind of sad I didn't get a chance at the Kraken, though.
He says, good. I have gifts for you that may aid in battle. These are an ancient potion that we save for only the bravest and most dedicated of our small folk allies. And he lays out 4 large potions in front of you. He says, for when we must have small folk join us in battle, we give them these potions of giant size. These potions, when you drink them, you become huge for 24 hours if you are medium or smaller. Otherwise, the potion does nothing. For that duration, your strength becomes 25 if it isn't already higher. Your movement speed is increased to 50 feet. And your hit point maximum is doubled.
Good lord, you go to like Super Saiyan mode. Jesus.
Your current hit points are doubled when you drink the potion. In addition, the reach of your melee attacks is increased by 5 feet. Everything you are carrying and wearing also increases in size for the duration. When rolling damage for weapons enlarged in this manner, you roll 3 times the normal number of dice.
Jesus.
A 1d8 becomes a 3d8, a 1d10 becomes a 3d10. When the effect ends, any hit points you have above your maximum become temporary hit points. The potions are a pale white liquid made from the tongue of a giant clam with a pungent aroma akin to that of rotting algae.
Oh, there's only 4 of them?
No, there are 5. He has one for he has one for each of you.
Okay.
Oh, you said 4.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I meant 5.
I'm gonna fight for it.
It says, I would save these for when we are truly in battle. But
They say it lasts for 24 hours.
it does last for 24 hours.
Do you have a way of getting us there? Because that's across the damn world.
He says, storm giants have a way of getting anywhere they need to be. He points across the way, across the hallway at the meditation cave, the very rough-looking cave across the hall that you remember Sarisa teleported you with prior.
Oh, yeah.
And Hecaton says, this will take us where we need to go. He says, if you are ready, I am ready. I wish to be done with this, to kill this dragon who has befouled us, and to save my daughter.
Let's fucking do it.
All right, he leads you all to the meditation cave. So it's you five, Hecaton, two giants that he introduces as Namir and Orlecto,
Red
and
shirt 1 and red shirt 2.
And Fogalos, who is just with you at this point. He's like, I want to help you guys out to the end here. You guys have been great friends.
Appreciate it.
And with a few words in this cave, you all see black again, and when you open your eyes, you are surrounded by sand. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Oh boy. Final showdown.
Let's do some experience. You all killed 6 pirates, worth 200 XP apiece. You killed 2 Kraken cultists, worth 200 experience apiece. You killed 1 Deep Scion, worth 700 XP. And you killed 1 Thult's Daggerdark, an Archmage, worth 8,400 experience. You also completed the Hunt for Hecaton, which is worth 15,000 experience.
That is a total of 25,700.
Wow. That
Divide that by 5.
You say it's a record again? You're just setting record after record.
literally.
That's 5,140 that will add to our current total.
Wait. 5,100
Mm-hmm.
for 25,700.
Divided by 5. It's 5,140.
Oh no, it's not a record. Sorry.
Oh, it's not? Okay. But say you guys have killed big things and completed quests on the same turn
we had
before.
28,000 on the Sculptor's Tower runs.
Okay.
It's 98,556.
So close to level 12.
This is going to be exactly the same as Prince's, where you guys are going to
Yeah.
have 12, but you're not going to be able to use it.
Yeah, exactly. We basically will sort of hit 12, but not really.
Let's go back and kill the Kraken.
We need that sweet experience. All right. Thank you to Eric, Heather, Reese, Rochelle, and Raymond. I am Chris. We are here doing D&D 5th Edition Storm King's Thunder every week. We will see you next time.
All I get at level 12 is ability score improvement.